we have kind of a problem, but I think we have the solution. The problem is that we need to find out if the gasket that we're gonna put here, the seal that we're gonna put here, fits, and how is the gap in between the lid and the hull of the boat. But someone needs to go inside to see that, and I don't know if... I think it's gonna fit. Check this out. That's, I think, the tightest spot you have ever been.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Can you do it?
I can try.
You know.
Okay.
Ready? See you on the other side.
See.
Poor Roberta. That's really tight.
I'm Roberta,
And I'm Duca.
and together we are on the mission of bringing this sailboat that was neglected for over 22 years back to life.
So, don't forget to subscribe and to join us every Monday for a new episode. Are you okay there?
Yeah.
Duca. She doesn't deserve you.
Can you open it?
Someone wants to get out.
Check it out.
How is there?
We have kind of a problem because we have like a belly here, and I'm not sure if this gasket will be enough. Get up. Can you see? We have a gap here, so I'm not sure if this gasket will be enough, because this is not gonna be enough for this part.
And
Here the gap's okay, but here there is a huge gap. And I think here as well, I can't see really well.
you need to turn around now and do it again. We're gonna figure this out and let you know what
Okay.
we...
Here is
Yeah.
okay, I guess, but here we have the bed. Okay. See you soon.
See you soon. We're gonna decide that because we need to create a locking mechanism. This locking mechanism is not good, no good. It's not gonna work, so we are gonna create a new one, and for that we need to have the right gasket. But soon we're gonna show you. Let us figure out, and we're gonna show you the result. See you soon.
What are we installing today?
The finishings. We want to go to the water soon, so we need to have the, I don't know how you call it,
Lifebuoy?
safety. Lifebuoy. You know the names.
I have
don't know.
searched.
So,
I have been searching names.
I can tell. Yeah, that's just the support, the old support that we took out almost 3 years ago. It's time to go back in place. It's been sitting on the boat for a long time.
Yeah. We already installed the horn. And also this one for the antenna.
Yeah, this is for the AIS antenna. This is for the GPS external antenna. Yeah, we're doing progress. Soon we're gonna be able to just, have fun.
The other one.
I love simple things.
Hey,
Yeah,
can I try the buoy, please?
yeah. Go grab
I'm
it.
gonna get it.
Someone is excited.
This is nice. It's almost the same color as the boat. What are you doing here?
Painting again.
Into what?
We didn't explain that yet.
No.
So this is just a, let's say, safety measure. This is the water sensor for depth and speed. And as we have a centerboard boat, sometimes we might be sailing with the centerboard up, and that means that this is really fragile. And if, I don't know, a log, for example, hits here, we might break this, and if we break this, we have a lot of water inside of the boat because the hole is really big. Usually in a regular keel boat, this is next to the keel, so the keel protects the sensor. In our case, it won't protect, so we just weld two huge plates of metal next to the sensor, so if something hits, it's gonna hit here first. And if we decide to dry the boat on the low tide, that we can do that because of the centerboard, we also have a more protected area in case we by mistake hit a rock or something. I think it's a good thing.
They spent like 3 days welding this, 3 or 4?
I think 3 days.
3 days welding this, and we spent like 2 hours preparing the surface to paint inside and outside, and now Duke is painting with, what's this paint?
Interguard is epoxy paint, just to protect the metal.
As we are in the dry again, we're not doing this.
Yeah, that's... By the way, this is something that we regret not doing the first time we splashed the boat, and now that we had the second chance, we wanted to do it.
Yeah.
You know? What are we gonna do today?
Something that we were not expecting.
Remember that we fixed the wingless. That was like a year ago or so.
Yeah.
The wingless was perfect, right? Not really. There is one piece that is this little stainless steel bar. That is when you know the. Let's go outside. I'm gonna explain outside. It's easier. So basically, when the chain comes around, in order to go down, or when you have a rope, because you can use rope on this one also, you need to have this little metal bar on the bottom that prevents the chain to go around. And this was supposed to be straight, but check this out. And that's the reason why I felt a little bit weird when we tried the first time. It was something wrong because the rope would always go around. And that's the reason why we need to straighten this up. But the tricky thing is, in order to straighten this up, we managed to take it out because it was bent. But in order to put it back straight, we need to take the wingless out again. We're just gonna need to unscrew and try to fight with the Sikaflex because these need to go in through the bottom. This is just a simple thing, it's just a tiny thing, but this is gonna make a huge difference once we are in the water, and we are planning on splashing in 2 weeks, so we need to get this done. Yeah, let's do it.
Got it. Basic part done. The not fun part starts now. Ooh,
Oh, it's a lot easier than I thought.
I'm not sure if this is a good sign or not.
It's a great sign. We need cables, we need something to the right cable to tie the anchor. Now, all you need to do for me is to hold this, wipe this out, and then you just pass through the inside. And tight somewhere else. The problem is right here. The pin needs to come through here and need to be straight, and it was bent, so we need to straight up the pin and then just put in place and lock in place, and then we just install it back. We can take this down the boat and work downstairs, right? Let's do it. It's pretty heavy. I think we need to build a new one of these because they have 2 different diameters, and this diameter, the one that's here, it's loose, and that might be the problem. That's why they had a problem. Originally, I think this has the same diameter and is straight, and now I know that the right diameter is this one. It goes easily inside, and then we just lock this bolt and we're good to go. What do you say?
Good. Project on hold
Yeah,
for
but
now.
finally something that was so much easier than we thought. We believed we were gonna take like 2 hours to take these wingless from the spot because of the Sikaflex, and the truth is, it took us 30 seconds. That's
Right.
yeah, quick fix.
Great.
We thought we were gonna be late to go to splash the boat because of that. We're not gonna be late because of that.
This is not the problem.
Yeah, maybe something else. Maybe
Hope
something else,
There's
but
nothing else.
yeah. I'm excited. That was win. Still gets 2 more. We have great news. There is something that we've been trying to find to buy for, I don't know, maybe 6 months or even more than 6
More,
months, maybe
yes.
like 7 months. I'm gonna explain. This is the lace bag. This is the bag that holds the mainsail in place. And without this bag, it's really tricky for us to have the mainsail in place because it's brand new. So the cloth is really, the fabric is so strong, yeah, it's still, that's hard to get to the right shape and it's just a mess. So we need this in place, and in order to put this in place properly, there's something else we need that I'm gonna get on the bottom of this down the boat. Let me show you. Yeah, we had this in place, you know already. We installed like a few months ago, but we had not the whole system together. There was something missing that is just impossible to find. Nowhere we could find something that would work, and now it's sitting here, and that's this pipe, because we need the pipe to keep the sail bag straight and, you know, on the right position, and we wouldn't find the right pipe because these need to be aluminum, to be light, and need to be really, really thick walls. Check the size of this. Is so thick, that means this is not gonna bend, because if we have like thin walls, it will break at one point or it will bend, and this was almost impossible. We tried to find anywhere in the country, and luckily we found in town this week, and now we're gonna measure and cut, and then we're gonna paint this just to last longer. Let's do this.
We're gonna do this on the top of the boat in order to not have this dirty, because there it's really dirty.
Yeah, so now I'm gonna hold this and you're gonna put this lid. Now we just need to do that twice, cut both pipes, and then we're gonna paint to make sure it's, you know, properly treated and it's gonna last for longer, and we're good to go. This is important, otherwise it's just a mess to put the mainsail up and to hold in properly position. I think that's gonna be good.
What's the plan for this space?
We're gonna finally install this that we never really use it. This is a outlet that comes with our inverter charger from Zentrax, and this connects straight to the inverter charger, and we decided that we're gonna install inside of here because it's a good place when you're even using the laptop here, the computer. You can just hook the, you know, I think it's a good place, and we can charge batteries also here. We can leave the chargers and stuff. So I'm just trying to mark the exact position because we need to cut the hole, and then the wire is gonna be straight on the nav station. That's pretty good. That's a good solution.
I think it's a good idea.
So this is gonna be here, right?
And now the final test.
You ready?
Ha!
Working?
Working
That means we have an outlet now.
in
Now-
a really nice place because we can
Yeah.
put the equipment there.
That's pretty good. Now we just need to turn off again so I can install in place without touching anything, just to guarantee. That's it. 2 new outlets. That's so good. Now we can use to charge batteries. Let's see. Oh, we need to turn on again. It is working. We can charge this battery already. Yeah, but there's one thing, I don't know if you noticed, but Roberta, to turn on the inverter, she needs to go all the way under the nav table, and the reason for that is because we unhook this screen, and it's time for this one to go to place. This one, yeah. If we have this screen, she could just turn on here instead of going all the way down. So we're gonna create the space for this one right here.
Now?
Now? Yeah.
Yay!
I mean, we need to get moving.
This is good.
good. I like it here. I really, really like it here. Yeah. Let's screw in place.
And
we are good to
connect
go.
it.
Oh, let's connect first to try. 120 volts.
One last thing.
Yeah. And the place looks pretty. I like it. I mean,
We need to connect this one as well.
there's always something else. Let's put the screw.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, this is just the voltmeter that tells us how many volts we have on the shore power, because our system is supposed to be used with 220 volts, and then the transformer transforms to 110. But in order to do that, we need 220. And if we connect shore power and it's 110, it's going to show 110, and we know we are on the wrong shore power, or we need to do something about it. So Robert is downstairs connecting the shore power, and I'm gonna tell her, you can connect right now, and that means we have 220 volts coming to here, and then goes to the transformer and transforms in 110 and goes to the charger. We are all good. So let's do something else now. Are you guys ready for the hard work?
Not yet.
Robert is gonna sit here for a little while. She's just finishing the last episode. I mean, the episode that you guys are gonna watch in 2 days, and I'm gonna go down because we are finally gonna start sanding the bottom, because we want to paint the bottom hopefully by the end of next week. Let's go down. You know what that means if we're gonna paint the bottom of the boat? That's good news. If we are painting the bottom, that means that we are planning on splashing the boat. Yeah, as you can tell, it's not here yet. It's gonna be here soon. It's just we need to still polish, and it's sitting on the sun at Reginaldo's shop, just to make sure it's properly dry before we start polishing. And then after polishing, we bring back, install, the bottom is gonna be painted, we splash the boat, and we set sail. Yeah, dreamer, always a dreamer. But you know, you won't do anything if you don't dream first. The first step of doing anything, for me at least, is to dream. And now, I'm not gonna dream, I'm gonna work. So, the way we're gonna do is to sand. Here is our couple tests. One test, another test, another test. I sand with different grids, and the grid that I really like it is 80 grit wet sandpaper. So I wet the surface and I sand, and the reason for that is because when we took off the barnacles, you can see a black thing. That's just some dirt. Yeah, this paint is not good anymore. So I'm gonna sand, and I did a test yesterday on a big surface, and I like the test. Check this out. I didn't shoot, but so this surface I sand the whole thing. This one I didn't sand. You can see the difference. So here is without sanding. Here's with sanding. So now all I need to do is to do the same thing on the entire boat, and that's a lot. I did one part, I have the other, and the rest in the bottom. I did already this little bottom, but the rest I didn't do, and that's gonna be a lot of work. So I think I should start working instead of talking. I think we're gonna start with the bottom. That's the worst part, because after I'm done with the bottom, the rest is easy.
Look at this.
That was really good progress for the first day. Our goal today was to do the entire bottom, from bow to the stern, the entire thing plus the skag. We did that plus the entire starboard side. That's really good.
I think we have more for tomorrow.
Yeah, we have the port side. Let's see how the port side is. The difference in between one and the other. This way. So here, check this.
Good job.
Done. Check this. You still have a long way to go here. But the worst we did, the bottom. Now, that's it. Yes, I mean tomorrow. Yes. I guess I'm tired. Yeah, we have a few little spots that we want to apply paint to protect the steel, like any spot that we actually touch the steel. We did way less than I thought it would be. After that we can apply the primer and that's really fun. I'm really, really happy. Even though
And
it got
dirty.
yeah, and dirty and tired.
How many hours do you think you work it today?
I don't
6?
know, 8 maybe. Whatever. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow because we are tired.
This is for tomorrow. Look at the sunset. Good morning. The idea for today is to continue sanding the hull. And for this,
I'm gonna try something different today. This side, the port side, we didn't sand yet with the wet sandpaper. We're gonna do the same on this port side, but on the starboard side, I'm gonna try to use the dry sandpaper just to make sure we do a good finishing. You know, some little spots that we couldn't see because once you get the hull wet, sometimes you don't see a little tiny spot that you should sand a little bit more. So I'm gonna do the last finishings with dry sandpaper, and then I think we're gonna be ready for this week to apply the primer on the hull.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna wash the deck. We borrow a hose from a friend, and I'm gonna wash the deck while Dudu finish this part.
Let's get started.
Every day brings new light to help us on our way. Always taking my breath, whether sun or rain. The wind will carry us over that horizon we see is getting closer. This is why we live for moments like this. This is why we live for moments like this, yeah. Moments like this.
That's it. At least this stage of sanding, I'm done. I sand everything on 80 grit wet sandpaper, but I think we're almost good to go. Yeah, tomorrow the technician, the paint guy, is gonna come over to check if this is enough, if we can paint on the top of that, or what should we do. Let's hope for the best, because if he tells us to take the entire thing out, that would be a mess. But I don't believe he's gonna say that. I'm confident.
And this is how our bottom looks right now.
Yeah, the technician said it's a little bit too slippery.
Too smooth.
It's smooth, yeah, too perfect. So we need to scratch a little bit harder with this sandpaper. It's a 60 grit sandpaper, just to create some better bound for the next layer of paint. It's, you know, quick job, just... You can tell already that it's better.
I'm not sure if they can tell it.
I can tell.
So let's get started. Relaxing?
We're just gonna open the center board to check this little flap, to check how it's inside.
As we can see, we already have some dots of rust here. Can you see?
Yes. The problem is probably because this bar, I think, is the one we replace, and nowadays the stainless steel is not as good as it used to be, and this is probably not 316 as they said it was supposed to be. So that's probably why.
See? So now we need to treat this before we put it back. One more job to be done. Well,
As you can tell, we did a lot of heavy things this week.
Yeah, we started a lot of things, we found a lot of little problems, but the truth is, we fixed them all already. But it's just too much for 1 week, and we're gonna show you next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but by the way, we have more great news.
Which one?
The big one. What's the big great news?
We are going to the water in 3 days.
We're splashing the boat in 3 days. We already moved the supports. Tomorrow we're gonna lift the boat on the travel lift. That's Saturday. We are gonna paint the rest of the supports, leave the boat there for 2 days, and Monday, first thing in the morning, we are the first boat moving, splashing.
So we are following the schedule.
Yeah.
We are going to the water in 21st of June.
21st of June. But that doesn't mean you guys are gonna watch on the 21st of June because we need to edit the episodes. But it's great news that you're gonna watch in 2 weeks.
I have another great news.
What is great news?
Today we are completing 2 years here in the marina.
Yeah. On the 18th of June of 2019 was the first day we worked on the boat. Was the first day we opened the boat as owners, and we started taking things from inside and actually getting to know the boat we just bought. And that's
It was a great day.
Yeah, that was
Congratulations.
amazing 2 years. Yeah, it really was like, even though it seems like we are slow, we learned so much along these past 2 years, and we don't regret at all this time. Yeah, it's gonna make sense when we go to the water, and hopefully by the end of next week we're gonna try the engine and we're gonna try the sails. If everything goes according to plan, yeah, the only thing is the helm panel is still not in place, but it's gonna go tomorrow. I just came from Reginaldo shop, and the panel is just... Can we show them one picture? One picture, yeah. The panel is just awesome, and
Okay.
tomorrow is gonna be ready to go.
Let's stop rambling about the panel again.
Yeah, just so you guys get relaxed, we are gonna go to the water. That's it. A lot of people have been thinking that we just find excuses not to go to the water. We are going to go to the water in 3 days, but you're gonna watch in 2 weeks, hopefully.
Hopefully.
If we can finish the editing.
But before we go, let's welcome aboard our new patrons for this week.
So, welcome on board Jasper.
And Robbie,
And we also want to thank some donations to our PayPal. Thanks so much, David,
James,
Conrad.
Thomas and Sandra.
And we also want to give a special thanks to Jeremy Watley and his family. Guys, thanks so much. We really appreciate your support.
And we'll see you guys next Monday.
On the water? No, on next
No.
Monday, not on the water, but in 3. Yeah, I'm just, I'm too excited not to talk about that. We are gonna go to the water. And hopefully in 3 weeks we're gonna leave the marina and entire lines. Oops, too much. See you guys next week.
See you.